Kia ora koutou katoa. My name's Henry Crothers. I'm the design director at LandLAB. I'm here with my colleague Scott to talk about our project Te Ara Tukutuku on behalf of our design partners Scape, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, our design collective Toi Waihanga, which is a multidisciplinary design team, which I can't go through in 10 minutes. It's quite a large team. And also our client, the Auckland Urban Development Office, and our mana whenua partners, representatives from the 13 local tribes across Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. This is our little place in the world. Nothing like 24 hours on a plane to get to Miami to remind you that you live at the bottom of the world. I guess the story of this project starts with an understanding of the original landscape, and this is the original harbour landscape of Auckland prior to colonisation, with this beautiful water space defined by a sort of rhythm of headlands and bays. But then we came along and colonised this place, and we reclaimed from the harbour and we landlocked the original cultural gathering points around the harbour and severed that connection that those important places had with the harbour and as a resource. So this project really starts with the opportunity to give a new headland back to those people and replace a whole series of lost landscapes. And so this is Auckland Harbour in its current context, and dropping this new project, which is 5 hectares of public open space and 5 hectares of mixed-use urban development into this existing harbour landscape, and providing a new headland that fits in with the existing character of that environment. And so our vision for Te Ara Tukutuku is to reconnect land and sea, and the name Te Ara Tukutuku is a metaphor for that binding of land and sea and the places where waka, or traditional canoes, were brought ashore. I guess what's really been an important part of our journey is a regenerative approach to that, working collaboratively and in partnership with our client and with our mana whenua partners. And this montage, I guess, represents the importance of the relationship between the water, the land and the sky in terms of the cultural narrative and cultural aspirations for this project. And this regenerative process is really keeping us honest as we work through this project collaboratively and collectively. Our process has been highly collaborative in terms of the way that we've approached it and the process of co-designing this together. And I think that's one of the most different parts of this project. It's required a lot of listening, a lot of sitting and working together, and a lot of understanding and interpreting from our point of view to translate what we've heard, what we've been told into a design. And really, the output of all of that listening and learning has been to summarise the project into these kind of key principles, that it's about the land, it's about the water, and it's about people. It's about healing the site and making it well again before we invite people to come and use it again. It's about forming and the designing and creation of new spaces and experiences on this site, and it's about the cultivation of both natural and human ecologies back into the site, and it's about a process of that evolving over time in terms of now, soon and eventually. I'm just going to play a short video and then I'm handing over to Scott.
At the foot of Tamaki Makaurau, the city touches the realm of Tangaroa. Once an abundant place for gathering food, the bays were filled in and the land was closed off and developed for industry. The mauri of Te Waitemata and the surrounding landscape was weakened. Over many years, careful regeneration of the area has taken place. Now, on behalf of Auckland Council, working with mana whenua partners to make a place where people can connect with Te Waitemata. The vision is to restore and enhance the mauri of the moana, the whenua and tāngata. First, Steps will be taken to heal the contaminated land, making it safe and healthy. A ngahere will be planted to help cleanse the land using natural systems. The place will be shaped with interesting landscapes, giving spectacular views across Tāmaki Makaurau and Te Waitemata. Side by side, there will be high quality development and space to relax and reflect in nature. There will be places to swim, jump and touch the sea. Places to learn and play and enjoy time together.
This reverse brief and project vision was developed into design, starting with the headland, then creating a mix of urban and naturalised edges, pulling people and energy through the headland through a north-south and east-west spine, enabling a coastal loop around the edge of the headland, and park threads of land-based activities, connecting you from land to sea, all programmed with a rich overlay of activities, supporting, contributing to ongoing restoration and stewardship of this place. This project was, in terms of binding land and sea, open space and development was thought about as integrated systems of all these components coming together over time. And a key piece of our co-design and next step of the waka-based narrative was embedding the paddle, the hoi, or the paddle of the waka, metaphorically overlaying that on the site to inform the names and the experiences of the different and diverse spaces throughout this headland. It's going to walk you through those spaces. So Te Unga is a landing space for waka and boats. This is the harbour hub for water activities to support wider restoration of the harbour. Te Kako is the handle of the paddle, and that's the long linear open space connecting you to the headland. Te Tinana is the centrepiece of the paddle, becomes the central heart of this headland. A plaza area supporting the headland, including a series of community cultural buildings embedded within the landscape. Te Mata up the eastern edge is repurposing the built coastline and transitioning to a restored ecology, including marine nursery and marine operations and access to the harbour. Pahutakawa is the name of our coastal tree. This establishes a new coastal edge and shoreline habitat, synonymous with our original coastline and coastal cliff habitats. Te A Whiwhiu is the disturbance and the eddies caused when you paddle. This is about creating a new resilient shoreline habitat, intertidal coastline, binding of coves that bind the land to the harbour. And Te Rapa is the headland space. The main open space, the raised headland, about restoring freshwater systems, coastal forests, and a sculpted topography to connect to the wider landscape. Finally, healing and regeneration work has begun on the site through bioremediation of the soils, and there's ongoing place-led, people and place-led framework to provide placemaking, community building, and leadership that will contribute to the ongoing restoration, education, and guardianship of this place. This project went beyond engagement to partnership. So with our client, our Indigenous partners and design team, this project was co-written, co-designed, and when we're not on the other side of the world, we co-present and co-delivered. Thank you.